Hi and welcome to another video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Monique. I am a certified breathwork facilitator and a budding intuitive energy healer. You can find out more about my work at asanacoaching.com. In today's video, I wanted to do a review of a recent film that was put out by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's called Source, It's Within You. And I wanted to sort of talk about what I thought about the film. I actually saw it a few weeks ago. I've been following Dr. Joe's work for a few years now, and I actually had a healing experience that I had also a few years ago, which is pretty wild. So I'll be doing a part 2 describing my actual healing experience. But first I wanted to discuss the movie. If you're not familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, he is a New York Times best-selling author, he's a scientist, he's also an amazing human being that I think should win the Nobel Peace Prize or some sort of prize, because honestly, he is absolutely changing the world. You are just beginning to know about Joe Dispenza and you don't know much about the science behind what he does, I would highly encourage you to watch the movie. You can rent it or buy it for a small donation. But for those familiar already with Dr. Joe's work, it's a really nice summary of what he's done from a scientific point of view. And so I wanted to dive in a little bit about one of the studies that was featured. The study looked at the effect of blood plasma on 3 different groups. One is a control group. So these are non-meditators that just attended a meditation retreat that Dr. Joe puts on for 7 days. These were the husbands and wives of the people attending the retreat, and they just sat by the pool, were at the hotel, just did some sightseeing, and they don't have a regular meditation practice. The second group is the novice group, which are meditators but not regular meditators, and this was their very first week-long retreat event. The third group was advanced meditators, so these are meditators that have a regular practice daily, multiple times a day, and this was also their second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever week-long meditation retreats. So what they did was they took the SARS-CoV virus with all these sort of spike proteins that attach to the lung cells, and they took out the disease-causing elements inside the nucleus of the virus, and they replaced it with a red fluorescent protein. So when the virus would enter the cell, it would glow red. So that way the researchers could tell whether the virus was entering the cell or not. So they took the blood of the 3 different groups, and then they put that blood in a petri dish with human lung cells, and then they put this pseudo SARS-CoV virus and they incubated these cells. And what happened was super interesting. Amongst the non-meditator group, the virus had a very easy time entering the human lung cells. While in the novice group, the virus had a bit of a harder time to actually enter the cells. So you had a combination of viruses entering in the cell, but also staying on the outside of the cell. And the most interesting was amongst the advanced group, where the virus just wasn't able to infect the cells very well at all. So they have images of the virus just staying on the outside of the cell, just not being able to enter. So the researchers concluded that there was something within the blood plasma of meditators, both in novice and especially in advanced meditators, that actually blocked the entry of this pseudovirus. So this led researchers to identify a protein in the novice and especially in the advanced plasma of these meditators called serpin-A5. And this serpin-A5 was able to block viral entry into the cell. What was particularly cool is hearing about Dr. Hemal Patel's personal journey from a hardcore skeptic to an advocate of this work, and this is just based on all the data that they're getting. Dr. Patel is a professor of anesthesiology at the University of San Diego in California. The testimonials were also super powerful, especially a testimonial from Shay. That was one of the most mind-blowing testimonials I've ever heard, and I think for Dr. Dispenza as well. So Shay had her thyroid removed, surgically removed, and through meditation the thyroid came back. Not only did it grow back, it's actually functioning, and she said that her surgeon turned sheet white. He just couldn't believe what he was seeing on the scans when they examined her. So this is one of, I'm sure, many studies to come. Like Dr. Patel said at the end of the film, this is the new medicine. It won't come in the form of a pill or some sort of intervention. It'll come from the inner pharmacy that we all carry inside of us. I'm really excited to be part of this new medicine journey, and like I mentioned earlier, I will detail my healing experience with Dr. Joe's meditation in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Namaste.